today I've got your Green Book movie review. An unlikely relationship during tumultuous times is formed. How well does it handle other issues the film addresses? So as far as the story goes, Peter Farrelly directs this movie set in 1962 where a pianist needs a driver to take him across the United States for his tour. This movie is based on a true story, and it is literally Driving Miss Daisy, but in reverse, when a dignified musician of color is being driven by a white man from New York. And it was a very moving film, especially when you get to see how well this time period was going to be handled, because the 60s were filled with a lot of segregation and race relations hadn't really improved at that time, and you get to see a lot of events unfold that involves racism, and it was just heartbreaking to watch at times, and yet it was also I guess educational in a way to see what they were going to be showing. The reason why this movie is called Green Book is because there was actually a Green Book where it would show the locations of, you know, places where Black people can go to basically know that, you know, they're going to be fine at these locations without having to deal with anybody who were essentially racist. The handling of racism in this movie, I wouldn't say that, you know, maybe it was sort of half and half. It was handled in a tasteful manner, but other times it was just really, you know, jaw-dropping to see. So as far as the casting goes, you've got Viggo Mortensen, who plays Tony Lip, and he's a take-care-of-business type of guy. He's a bouncer who gets enlisted by Mahershala Ali's character to be this driver, and he's never actually done it before. And obviously I love Viggo's character because he's funny and he still has a lot to learn from Mahershala Ali's character, who is Don Shirley, and he's this pianist who is charismatic, a cool cat, a smooth talker, and intelligent to a fault, because his life, you know, seems to hold some mystery to it, and, you know, they do have good chemistry on screen, so I think that, you know, they balance each other pretty well in this film, and I loved seeing their relationship unfold on screen. You've got Linda Cardellini, who plays Tony's wife, and she was a great supporting character as well in her scenes. The things that I liked about this movie was that the subtle comedic moments created a lighter tone for this movie that otherwise showed a lot of those, you know, hard-hitting issues like racism and prejudice. And it was nice to see that it wasn't all terrible in this movie. There was some heart in this movie. I definitely got emotional seeing one particular scene because it was just unbelievable to revisit a time that was unkind to people of color, and I really do see that a lot in this movie, and other times it's a joy to watch you know, Don Shirley playing the piano and playing his concerts, but then you have to deal with all these people who just don't want him there or always question him, and especially when they're traveling and even at night. I mean, it was so astounding to see what all basically went down. It's a movie that I know has been up for some awards, and I think that it definitely deserves some awards for this movie. You know, I think this is one of my favorite movies of the year. So overall, I would say that Green Book was an impressive film. The story was pretty interesting and eye-opening, and I loved everything about it. So I would highly recommend seeing this movie to anybody who has ever heard of the Green Book or just wants to see a very well done film. So I would give this 5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of Green Book. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates coming every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you guys later.